to Studiostone Creative. This is a tutorial on how to carve a small animal, and the shape we are doing today is a butterfly. My name is Phoebe, and what you want to do to begin with is you want to dip your stone into the water. We want to wet carve our stone. This is to prevent any airborne dust, and honestly, the cleanup's easier. So, to carve, you will have either a sanding stick or a small diamond file like this. And what you want to do with the butterfly, just to begin, is you kind of hold your file or your sanding stick like a dinner knife. We want to make it look like the wings are sticking out. So, find out where the body is and lay rest your file or your sanding stick. And you want to kind of tilt it at a 45-degree angle. And then carve away. The middle part will be lower than the exterior part here. This part will be the highest point and this will be the lowest. Mind you, we're not going to touch the body yet because stone carving is a subtraction art. I want the body to stick out more, so to do so, I'm going to remove this part and leave the body for now. And I go up and I go down again. If you just focus in one area, it will only reduce that one area and it won't be a smooth, seamless transition. So make sure you do carve around. Keep going until you're happy with how it starts to change. When your file is dirty, just give it a rinse in the water. That's all you need to do. If you have an old toothbrush, you can use the old toothbrush just to brush away the dust, the mud, and you do that in the water. So on one side, you want to reduce this area and this area, and leave this area here to be nice and pointy. Let's do that first. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, the body is starting to protrude now. I mean, it already looks good, but we're going to make it look even better. The top is lower down here, and it comes out here. So now the body needs to follow the same motion. So lower here, higher here, which means on the other side, higher here, lower here. So you want to hold it down and you just want to carve this part. Again, we're going diagonal. And you want to keep going until it looks like a nice little V shape. So just a few minutes with that. Okay, so we've filed the top, and as you can see, the bottom has been filed as well. So you can see it starts to make a little V shape. And there's still a flat piece on the bottom, so it sits nicely. It doesn't even wobble, it's just perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to round out these edges and make them less sharp. Again, this is your preference. I've seen many students shape their wings in many different ways, and there is no right way and no wrong way. I just think what is best is to make sure that whatever shape you make them into, that these edges aren't very cubey and that they are more round, not so sharp. So as you can see here, I'm going at a diagonal on these edges, and I'm just making sure that they aren't sharp anymore. Sometimes when I round, I like to use circle motions. I've seen people go back and forth up and down, and you just want to make it nice and seamless. After you've rounded out, we want to start to make the shape of the wing. So, to do so, you want to maybe, I'm thinking the biggest wing will be here, and I'll make this little small wing here. So again, stone carving is a subtraction art. To make something look bigger, you need to remove from around it. I want this wing here to be smaller. So to do so, I'm just going to carve away here. And eventually, you'll start to see the wing separation between the two. And you see, it's already starting to appear. Okay, so just a few minutes, and we're just rounding out the wings and making the shape. The last stage is waxing. To do so, we have a piece of wax here. This is paraffin, food safe wax. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coating our sculpture with the wax. Now to do so, we have to melt this and heat up the stone so it adheres to the soapstone. This is already waxed. So already you can see the difference between, let's see this one. This one's kind of gray. It feels a little bit chalky still. Whereas this one, it's nice and smooth. You can see all the natural patterns, the color of the stone. So to do so, we need to heat up the stone. We can use a hairdryer or we can use a heat gun. And then we're going to coat it with the wax. So let's heat up our stone. Now, as my stone is hot enough, I can now just rub the wax on top. Just like that. Be careful if it's very, very hot. You don't want to burn yourself. You want to do this all over. If there are any scratches on your stone in the future, you can reheat your stone and the wax will seep into those scratches and essentially make them disappear. Now this little piece of wax is enough for your animal, but if you're looking for something more temporary or without the heat element, you can use oils. But these are only temporary as the stone will soak them up again. So just be careful when you apply the wax as it is hot. And you want to let them dry for a little bit just so they cool down. To speed up the drying process, you can dip them into water, cold water, and this will make the wax harden. So I'm going to wax the rest of my pieces and then we can talk about etching. Now a butterfly, for example, is iconic for the patterns on its wings. So I'm just going to draw some little lines on the shell. Just going to draw some little lines on the wings just to really emphasize my butterfly. This step is completely optional, but it's a good extension activity. Now, if you're not happy with what you've drawn or what you've etched in, all is not lost. What you can do is you can use the hairdryer or the heat gun or anything that heats up the stone, and like I said before, it will just melt away into the scratches that you've done. So I'm just drawing some little lines on my stone just to kind of develop it a little bit more. I might draw some little lines here. And again, this is the part where your creativity. So now we have the turtle, the butterfly, the bee, the fish, and the frog. They've been carved, they've been sanded, they've been waxed, and they've been etched too. Thank you for carving with me today. My name is Phoebe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.